Okay, so a very good evening everybody, and I'm here today to be talking about why is it that networking is important. We keep hearing about a lot of networking events happening, about a lot of networking groups that are coming up, a lot of networking that keeps happening within families, within friends, within business associates, professions, and so many things related to networking. At times it also becomes difficult to understand which is the perfect group which we should be joining, which will help us get where we are trying to reach. If it is professional and we are looking for some sort of business, then what kind of group should that be? And if we are looking for some personal kind of interference in our lives, then of course accordingly we are trying to look for which is the best place that we can be in, which is the best group we can join, so that we can get what is it that we are looking for, now personally and professionally. Today let us first understand that what exactly networking platforms are there for and how we can take maximum leverage out of them. Which means that if you're joining networking groups or if you're going for networking meets, then what would be some important aspects that you might want to take care of, which will help you generate better business or better whichever thing that you're looking for, whether it's something to do with your personal life or professional life. So let's see what it is. So starting with this sentence which says your network is your net worth, right? So it's not about the kind of assets that you have or the kind of materialistic things that you have, which are called as being the most important thing in our life, but the kind of people that we are connected with. They are our true assets, because whenever we are sought out for any kind of a thing, whether it's marketing for our businesses or trying to get friends or going for a holiday or just doing a house party, there is something called as people assets. So if we have good people around us, then it always pays off very well. And I'm sure you will agree to this, because if this was not so, then today Facebook, Instagram and LinkedIn and all these platforms would not be so successful. They are successful today because majorly their main focus is on networking, which means connecting right people to right people. And when we are sought out to do that for ourselves and for others, there is a different level of success that we reach. Most of you will agree that entrepreneurship or starting up a business or growing business or being successful in our business has got to do with people management. If we are good with people management, if we are good with having that kind of rapport with people, if we have a lot of good people around us, then there is nothing that can stop us, right? So having spoken about that, let me talk about specifically 7 principles that I have identified ever through that I have been attending all kinds of networking programs. And also now being founder of a networking platform, there are certain things which are extremely essential for us to understand so that we can take maximum benefit of networking. Now, what is that? The first most important thing is having a service mindset. Now, what is a service mindset? Everybody who listens or hears or comes to know about any networking platform, they completely start with the agenda of now I will go there and I will take so much business and what is going to be the ROI and this and that. Of course it is important to understand what is the ROI, what are the kind of people you're going to meet, what is the kind of business that is going to come in. But if you're entering into a networking meet or a networking platform, or if you're thinking about marketing also, the first thing that you need to bear in mind is that in such kind of forum, it will only help you if you have a service mindset, which means that if there is some kind of business or if there is some aspect that you are looking at for yourself, or somebody who needs some sort of service, then you're going to come there and you're going to help people to get business. So when you enter a networking meeting, when you enter a networking platform, be very mindful of how much is it that you can give back. Okay, what is it that you are going to give to that platform or to the people over there? At least there will be some people whom you will be able to give some kind of business or some kind of reference. Also, when you're talking to people, even one-on-one, now we don't have those personal offline meets which we used to have earlier, but soon they will also start. But for now, when we are doing it online and then when we connect one-on-one, at that point in time also, it is essential for us to listen to the other person also, that what is their business, and ask those kind of relevant questions which will then evoke the conversation about their business. So you know what is your business, you know very well what is it that you want to sell. But if you will want to have a service mindset, if you want to serve the other person, then obviously you are going to have to think, right, that what is it that you're going to do for that person. And to think about that, you need to know what exactly is their business. So have a set of questions that will help you understand their business or what is their interest. So once you know that, you will know, okay, how and where you can help this person, or how you can take this to serving that person. The next very important thing, the second most important thing that I want to talk about is being consistent. Now what happens is, when we join a networking group, there is a certain fee that we pay. When we pay that, I don't know why, but many people think that, okay, now some magic will happen and miraculously some business will start coming, or money will start pouring into their banks, which is not the case. One has to be extremely consistent in, first of all, attending the meets, being present over there, being visible to all the other audience. And how you're visible? If you're consistently attending the meets, if you're consistently posting about something that adds value also to the other person and which talks about your products also. Also, it is essential to keep in touch with people, either by asking them or talking to them about what is it that they want to do, or connecting them to whosoever you want to, or just generally if you think that, okay, some article or something you have read which is going to help that person, then you try and be in touch. Because the more you're visible and the more consistently you're being visible, the more consistently you're posting, the more consistently you're adding value, chances are that it's going to reciprocate the same way to you. Vis-a-vis, if you're not doing that, if you've just paid the fees, you met a few people and then you forgive and forget about it, it's not going to help you at all, right? Apart from that, now the third most important thing which I would want to talk about is rapport building. Now rapport building is one such topic. It's like my favorite topic, and I can have one full session on rapport building, but that's not what we are here for today. We are here for understanding how we can leverage networking events or networking groups, right? So within the networking group or the networking event, rapport building also plays a very important part. Now how do we connect rapport building with networking is, when you meet a person or when you talk to a person, when you have a one-on-one conversation, or when you're meeting within the group also to each other, it's always a good idea to not keep the subject only to your professions. There can be a little extra that you can go. So when we do the rapport building sessions also, I always mention this thing that, whenever we are talking to our clients also, or our prospects, to anybody, it's always a good idea to just go a little step further and ask them something general. So there was a woman who asked me a question also. She said that if we've gone for a business meeting and we have a very elderly person sitting there, how do we talk to them something which is not only related to business? So the first thing that came to my mind, and I told her, and I don't know if you would agree, let me know in the comments if you agree. I told her the basic thing one can start is with, saying that, okay, so what do you do on weekends? This is a very common kind of a question which can be referred to any age group or any profession or anything. If you agree with me, just type in a yes in the comments and I will know that I'm going right. Alia is asking, what is ROI? Alia, ROI is return on investment, which means that if you have paid X amount to join a particular group, or if you are spending X amount of time to spend within that group, then definitely you are expecting X plus 4 or X plus 10. So this is what we usually expect whenever we are doing any investment. But I was saying that when we are doing an investment in a networking group, then don't be so quick in, you know, getting the ROI. It will take time, and it's going to be more of you giving it first and then receiving it, right? So I hope that answers you. Okay, she says yes, Kajal says yes. Okay, fine, great. Let's move further and let's go to the fourth most important aspect or principle or whatever you call, is that we need to build trust. We need to build trust within with the other members, or, you know, the people whom we are meeting during that meet, or whom we are having a one-on-one discussion. Now, how do we build trust? Even if we are not meeting people, or even if we are not, you know, able to always have a frequent connection with them, still there is a way of building trust. And the easiest way and the best way to build trust is never overcommit, never say something which you don't mean, and never say something and not do it. If you're committing to something, if you're saying that you'll come at a particular time, be there on that time. Punctuality really builds up trust. If you're saying that you're going to deliver something at a particular time, do it. Do not go back and not do it and just forget about it. Don't take things easily. If you're telling somebody, I will give you a call, or I will give you this person's number, or this or that, don't just say it for the sake of it, just, you know, to bond at that time and then forget it. Never do it, because it will break the other person's trust to such a vast level that it will be very difficult to then repair it back. So it is extremely essential to only say what it is that you mean. Okay, if you don't mean it, don't say it. So that builds trust, and building trust is extremely essential to do any business, and especially within the networking groups when you have so many people, okay, and you keep committing things to so many people and then you cannot deliver, it becomes very difficult. Might as well just look at a circle where you're committing and then you're keeping up to that. So that is the best way how we can build trust. Fifth most important thing is that we must understand how we can add value to people. Adding value could be in terms of learning, teaching. So even smallest things, like, you know, my friend Kajal, she is here, and sometimes she'll give me small tips on how I can improvise my Zoom better. So, you know, some things which I don't know, she will tell me, and some things that she may not know, I will tell her. So we do this amongst friends, we do this amongst colleagues, we do this amongst associates, and it's extremely essential to do it with our tribe members, which means that if we are into a networking group and, you know, there is a tribe that we are into, we must see to it that if we know something and if we can add value, we must add value. The more value we add, the more we are connecting better with people, and it's only connections that is eventually going to bring business. So again, coming back to adding value, either it's by learning or teaching. It can be connecting one person to another person. So now, for example, you know that there is an X person who needs some service, and that service is available in your group. You can connect that person to the person in your group. Or else, if you happen to speak to somebody and they tell you that, okay, this is what I do, and then you tell them that, oh, okay, I think I know somebody who can collaborate with you, or I know somebody who might want to buy your services. Connect them to them. The more you connect people to people, I mean, first of all, they will never forget you for having done that, okay? A lot of us are insecure sometimes that if I, you know, connect these two people, they will forget me, and all that old-fashioned things are still there. But honestly, it doesn't matter. The more you connect people to people, the more you are creating your own goodwill, okay? And the more goodwill you are creating, the more you happen to be adding value, okay? And it's all about adding value. So when you add value, when you connect people, it automatically changes the entire dynamics of your own persona, right? Now, another important thing in adding value is that give good testimonies if you have liked something about someone, you know. Give appreciation, give credit. Don't be a miser in saying that, okay, fine, you know, this is what I got from that person. I mean, don't make a face or don't hide it. Happily announce it that, you know, this person did this and it has helped me in this way. I'm very thankful to this person for having done this for me. Or this product which I bought from this person was extremely good. So giving credit, giving a good testimony, and of course it has to be genuine. If we do it just for the sake of it and just for flattering people, then it comes across like that. So we are not talking about that. We are genuinely and only talking about that, okay, fine, you liked something, make it a point to announce it. Okay, give credit, give testimonies, and just go all out giving credit. So that is being adding value. The sixth important thing is having strategic goals. Now, what are strategic goals? First of all, when you have these networking meetings, okay, if you are into a group, you will have networking meetings. So while you enter this meeting and you see that, okay, you know that, okay, there are going to be 20 people or 30 people or whatever, you have to bear in mind before that what is going to be your objective when you connect with these people. And how many people are you going to connect with during that day? If it's a offline meeting where everybody is meeting everybody, then you can, decide that, okay, there are at least 5 people that I'm going to meet today and I'm going to have good discussions. If it is an online meeting, after the meeting, immediately on that same day, you must have a goal that, okay, I am going to be talking to at least 5 people or 6 people. Also, when you're attending these meetings, before that, if you have a goal for like a month at least, that, okay, you're looking at these many sales or these many, XYZ, whatever is your business, and you have a target for that, then it will be a better idea, because you will know then how many people you're supposed to connect with on that day, and who will be those people whom you can connect and who can be your prospects or who can be good people to network with. So that goal has to be very important. One being how many people you're going to connect, and second being what is it that is your goal and what is going to help you, like what kind of people are going to help you in that. So that, and last, 7th one but not the least, is giving offers. So as much as it is important to have visibility, it is important to give offers. Doesn't that happen with us also when we see a grand sale or even Flipkart sale or something like that? We want to go and shop. So whenever there is an offer, it's a human tendency to try and take it, because then you feel that, okay, we are getting it in a lesser price, let's take it. So always have 1 or 2 offers ready in your mind and keep reviewing them month on month, so that you also know that these are like matching with the latest times and they are relevant for the current times, and others also can reap the benefits of it and not just feel that, yeah, okay, this is like 1942 thing, what am I going to do with this? It should not be like that. It has to be relevant and in the present and relevant for the present times. So having an offer handy is always a good idea. And now I can assure you not only that these 7 tips are going to be extremely helpful for you to take maximum benefit, maximum advantage, maximum leverage of any networking group. Plus, I will also give you 2 bonus tips here, okay? What are these bonus tips? Number 1, prepare a very, very stunning and a catchy intro, okay? Because during these meets, a person only has like about 30 seconds or 90 seconds or very little time, 30, 60, 90, whatever, very little time which they can share about themselves. So have a very crisp and a very sharp and selected words that you can use, so that people can know you better and know your business better, and they also get that curiosity. Oh, okay, let me find out what this is all about, right? So that is very important. And bonus tip number 2 is take initiatives. Whenever you are in a group, whenever you are out there networking, whenever you are out there for business, take some initiatives, give new ideas, talk about something that is that has cropped up in your mind. Don't be scared to share what's in your mind. So then that will be very helpful for people who are there, right? So with that, these are the kind of tips that I wanted to share, and with that I will end it. Kajal says, well shared, Jaya. Thank you so much. And Bushra says, exactly, ma'am, thank you. So this is what I wanted to share, and I'm really very positive about this, and I can guarantee you guys that if you are out there and you understand the importance and you understand how you can leverage networking, that's one biggest boon to mankind, trust me. So if big companies have these budgets for marketing, these big companies have budgets for, you know, all kinds of expenses, this is something that one must actually invest in, which is our people assets. And to make our people assets, we must network as much as possible. If not in networking groups, go out, meet people, go as many people as you can meet. And only then, when you start something on your own, whether it is looking for a job, whether it is starting your new business, whether it is anything, even for marriage, even for making friends, you need people, right? So you must make it a point to network as much as you can, wherever you can, and to how many ever people you can. So with that, I will put my talk to an end. And if now there is anything that you might like to ask me about this topic, I am all here. And if anybody has found any problem ever networking, if you're an introvert and you don't know how to really interact or do something, please feel free to ask me, because I'm right here. Kajal says, Power Up Networking Group rocks. I invite you all to join. Oh, how sweet. Thank you. Thank you so much, Kajal. Bushra says, how to increase our reach on social media. Easiest thing to do, Bushra, the best thing one can do is have a good social media visibility. That is also a kind of networking, because the more people see you, the more they know what you're doing, the more they will remember you when they need something similar, okay, from the kind of services or the products that you are selling. So having a reach is very important. Having said that, how to increase the reach? Be consistent in posting. Without posting, there is going to be no use of you being on the social media and just watching what other people are posting. That is not going to help. So post daily, I would say, sometimes even twice a day if necessary. Come live as much as possible, because that really shows the genuinity of yourself, being authentic, because people have different IDs and, you know, all of that. Plus, you must engage with what others are posting. So in a day, spend like about, say, 15-20 minutes commenting on others' posts, and relevant comments, not just like, okay, thumbs up, this, that, something relevant from that post. So people know that what is your knowledge, right? So whatever it is that you are capable of, what is your niche area, whatever it is, around that, you must consistently keep posting and engaging with your audience. That's the only way to increase your social media reach. And once your social media reach has increased, the guarantee is your business will start picking up, people will connect with you, and lots of opportunities are going to come. That is my guarantee. So that is one way how you can do it. So I hope that answers your question, Bushra. Thank you for asking. If anybody else may want to ask anything, I'm right here. We were talking about, for people who have just joined in, Sunny. Hi Sunny, hi Shubhankar. So for people who have just joined, I was talking about how we can leverage on networking with networking platforms or otherwise, how important networking is, and I just gave about 7 tips so that people could take maximum benefit of networking. Bushra says, yes ma'am, thank you. All right, thank you so much. So if there might be any other questions, you can ask me here, or else you can put them to me offline, and I would be very glad to answer them. Some questions that I had received offline, I have tried to include them in this entire talk. So people who had asked me, I hope that has helped you out also. So with that, I will take your leave, and I'm as usual very happy for all those that joined in, and I hope this was a helpful talk. If there's anything you want to add, you want to talk about, you want to discuss around this topic, please feel free to connect, and I will be very happy to guide in whatever way I can. So with that, I take your leave. Thank you so much. Good night, and yes, have a great day tomorrow. Thank you.